And I'll read these super chats in just a minute. And my head's all over the place. I'm fucking nervous as hell. I messaged poor Shikamane. I was like, I don't understand. She's like, what do you mean you don't understand? I'm like, I don't understand. What is a vocal guide? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? She said, sing along with it. I said, I did. Does it sound like this? She's like, no, you're singing way too low. I was like, oh, okay. Okay. I thought I was singing high, but okay. Okay. So then Shikamane went back and made a couple of her own like examples and was like, here, check these out. So try to sing it like this. Maybe this will help. And I was like, nope, I still can't tell what's low and what's high. I'm sorry. So I sent that. I sung over that and I sent that back. And then eventually got to a point where I was at a deadline and I just had to have something done, right? I was like, okay, no, not too well, too low, not too well. So I had a deadline. I had to get done with it, right? And eventually I was like, fuck it. I'll do it. And I spent like probably 10 hours, like 4 nights in a row, just doing it again and again and again and hating it and doing it again and again and again and hating it. And eventually I was like, I'm just going to send it. And if it's terrible, it's terrible. It is what it is. And I sent it. And I want to preface this with, this is not the mixer's fault in any way. I sent it to the mixer. And they tried and they worked with it and eventually they sent it back and they're like, yeah, I can't do this. It's too out of key. I just can't make this work. And arguably that would be crushing. That should have been very like painful and sad. But I think mostly it like fired me the fuck up. I was like, all right, yeah, that's fine. I get it. I understand. I'm going to do twice as well. So I gave myself another 2 days and I messaged Octavio. I was like, Octavio, I hate to ask you this. And I'll pay you if you need. He did not ask for money. He wasn't even willing to take the money. I was like, I'll pay you if you need. Can you sit in a fucking call with me? And I am going to, like, one fucking line at a time, sing this to you until I've got all of the lines perfected, and then I'll sing it again. Okay? So poor Octavio had to sit there and be like, okay, it's like this. And I'm like, okay. And then I would parrot it, and then I'd sing it in my own way. So Octavio would sing it, like, really high with his clear vocals or whatever. I'd be like, oh, fuck, that's that high? He's like, yeah, it's that high. I was like, okay. Okay, Octavio. And he's like, higher. I'm like, okay, Octavio. Okay. So he was an incredible help there. He definitely helped me, like, realize what parts I was dropping notes at or where I was, like, totally out of key or I was behind the beat. So this wouldn't be half as good without all of the help of, you know, Octavio and, of course, Animacio and Virtuosity and Jun Mitsui, obviously, with the fucking insane instrumentals. So that was great. Yeah. And Yaya, the art for Yaya, of course. So, yeah. Woo!